Hello, everyone. This is Renee from Anaya Rays, and today I'll be talking about how to work the admin side of your new website. This is the type of website this is a open cart site. So we're going to go through the open cart stuff. So when you first log in, I will have already sent you your information as far as what your login is, and it'll usually be your company's name right here, .com, and then /admin. So that's how you get to this page right here. Now I've already entered, and like I said in the email, you will have your login credentials that you will use right here. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. Okay, and that is because this does not have an SSL certificate. So let's just do all that. Come on. Add exception. Exception. Okie doke. We are in. Okay, that little kerfuffle there. So first of all, that was the logging in. I want to show you just before we get into all of this stuff, there's a couple of things that you really need to do right off the bat. And one of them is your payment method, and the other is your shipping. So that's going to be found in extensions, this little thing that looks like a puzzle piece. So you're going to go to extensions. You're going to click over here, and you are going to, let's start with your payment method. So you will see here all these different kinds of payment methods that you can use right here. The way to get it, if you want to use your just regular PayPal standard, you just would go right here. It's just, I'm sorry, it's disabled, so you would have to add it. You have to install that. And then after you see it's installed, then you can go ahead and edit it. So this is where you would put all of your information in. Okay, so that's to hook up your payments. Now also in the extensions, you want to look for shipping. And this is where you're going to do the same thing. Like right now we have flat rates. On this one we have flat rate shipping. So let's look, it's $19.98 on here. Maybe you want to change that. Maybe you want it to be less or more. Maybe you want to incorporate your shipping cost into the price of the product. So then you would go here and add free shipping. So that's those couple of things that you need to do right away. So let's really get into this. Let's go back to our dashboard here. And this is your typical dashboard, your customers, total orders, total sales, people online. This I will get to in a minute because there's a lot of stuff to go through here. Right here is where you check your orders, your little shopping cart. You just go right there and you check your orders, and if there's any orders, they'll be listed down here. If you want to create a recurring profile, such as for a membership, that's where you would do it here. Here's where you find your customers. And I'm not sure who this is, so we're going to go ahead and delete that person. So here's how you delete a customer. You just click it and hit that. It's going to ask you if you want to. Yes, you do. Customer groups. You can create customer groups. Right now, the only one's default. Say you want to create, a wholesale member group or something like that. That's where you would do that. You would just click add, and you would follow all the instructions there. This is if you want to blog on your site. You do it right from here. You can write an article and then post that to your. It's a great way to get traffic to your site. Maybe you want to post an article on some of your skill set that you have, or this is how you install a product. This is how you care for a product. However you want to do it. Posting articles and then posting that to your social media with a backlink, meaning a link back to this article on your site, is a great way to generate traffic. This is where if you're using affiliates, this is where your affiliates you can see who your affiliates are. So we have a couple of demos. This is the guy who does our website. You would put them here to test it. This is where you would create a coupon. Like I've created a coupon for, well, this is none of this stuff, but I created a coupon for the wholesale membership for the an IRA site. Let's look at settings also while we're here. Let me just go back real quick. Users. This is where you're going to see yourself as an admin on this site. This is the dude that does our website, and this is us. So you're going to see when you see users, your admin should be there. So let's go back to settings. And then since we're on this site, we're going to click edit. And this is where you have all the general information about your store. Here, this is the name, like if, you know, whatever your store is, my store name here. You know, the owner, you can put as much of an address as you want on there, your email, your phone number. Here, like it's all pretty self-explanatory. Just click through all this stuff. This really, go through the options because this is where you're deciding things. Like if you want to display the price with a text, if you want to know when customers are online, where you have other customer groups, you might want to click on the other customer groups that you want to add somebody to. This right here, what this means is, since we click no, you can see the prices when you log in. If you click yes, then the prices are hidden and you have to log in. And this is how, if you want to be able to guess to check out. If you want them to read your terms and conditions before they check out, then put that in there. And this is just all the stuff that it'll say after the ordering status is done. So just, roll through here and see what you want and what you don't want. The image, this is where you would upload your logo. Right here. If you wanted to delete this one, you would do that. If you wanted to upload another one, you just hit that. If it's not in here anywhere, which it probably won't be, you upload this and you can go to your computer, your pictures, and upload your stuff. So that's where you would upload your logo. The rest of this stuff, you don't really need this. This is just your server. Don't really need this. So up to image, that's where you're going to go. All right, now let's get into the meat and potatoes here. Categories. Let's look at all the categories. The categories are when it's all your links. So let's look at this one right here, because this is, as well as the Mint Glasses, this is a parent, what you call a parent category, because that's the one. Let me open up another screen here and go to eBay.com. So what I'm talking about categories here, this right here, this is called the parent category. So the categories are all, you see all this stuff right here, all these things, they are, whoops, let me go back here. See, they're all right here. They're all in the categories. So you see all the different lists. This is how you get to it. This is your parent, then you have it linked to here, and then you have it linked to here. So let's go into the Mint Glasses. Let's go into here. Let's go in here. So we have a couple of levels down. Let's just take a look at that. So here's what this looks like. You have to, this is the category name, which is what you're going to see on the site. Oops, lashes right there. That's, oh wait, we went here. So this is the category name, and you're going to see all these different, the closures, like I showed you before. So you have to put, I mean, this and this is the same, but you need, where there's a star, you have to put something in there. You can put a description of it if you want in here. We've kept it blank, so you can do what you want. This is the important thing right here, is this is the parent. And this is where you would enter, this is where you connect. So the 10A closures, this is where you would connect with it. So all your categories are here, and this is also where you would need, if you were going to add some new products, you would need to add new categories so that you have something to connect to. So let's skip down to options for a minute. So here's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about options. Going here, we're going to look at this. Now you notice, you have to update your pricing. I'll show you that in a minute. But these are all the options right here. So this is all the stuff that you're creating. Is all these, oh, you actually don't have to create them, you just have to select them. So let's go back to options, and let's go to let's just look at this one right here. So you'll notice that once you create an option, you have to add the actual options so that people can select them. Options, home, options. Alrighty. So you have to add all those options, and you'll be prompted to do that. All right, let's go to, you know what, before we hit products, because that's going to take a little while, let's go to information, because I just want to show you something real quick here. See all this stuff here? Right now there's nothing in about us. So you need to put something in there about your company. This is also where there's the same information that we have on the NIRAs, but look through all this stuff. Oops, this is not something that you need. So let's get rid of that. So look at the terms and conditions. Make sure those are your terms and conditions. On your site, I did change over to specify the name of your company wherever it was referred to. Look at your privacy policy, look at your delivery information, it's all right here. And always remember to click save, which is usually up here. All right, so let's get into the products. So let's choose this 10A body wave right here. And I'm going to show you all the important things about your products. Okay, this is your description. You can take this stuff out if you want. This is the name of your product. That's the meta title. This is if you want to put another description in here for people to find you online. But let's go through all of these things, and you'll see where the options come in, and the links is how you connect your categories. The options is how you define each product and the different options in each product. So this basically is, if you hover over that, this is basically the name of your product with dashes in between. That's basically what that is. This is where you would put your price. So right here, you're on your product. If you forget which product you're on, just go back there, back to day where you see it right here, Body Wave 10A Mink Hair. This is where you change your price. Right here, data. Okay, that's where you change your price. You need to put a quantity. Always look whenever, say you're going through and you're testing your new links or your new categories, and you go through and you're like, I know I put, you know, the different lengths of hair in there. Why isn't anything showing up under the options? Go back to the option or go back to the product and make sure you have a quantity. If this is 0, it's not going to come up as being in stock. So you put some kind of quantity in there. And this is how you can also control your inventory. If you have a very specific inventory of this product, say you only have 5 Body Waves 10A Mink Hairs on hand, if you're keeping an inventory, put 5 in here so you can keep track. This is if it requires shipping or not. That's for SEO, for people to find you. This date can be anything. However, this kilogram is how these products are. That's the weight class of these products. So that's the data. Very, very important. Put your price in here. Get some kind of quantity in there, and get your model in there. The links. So when you're linking, like I will remove this. This is 10A Mink Body Wave Hair. So I'll remove this so I can show you how to get that back. So here I'm going to put, I'm just going to search. It's kind of like a little search almost. Oops. Body Wave. And see, we have right there, we have the 10A, the sew-in, and the Body Wave Hair. So that's going to add under there. For this one, I had to go in and put in here sew-in so I can find sew-in. So this is your parent right here. That's your parent. That's the top one. That's the one that you see on the top, the category right here. So that's your parent, and that's how you link to everything. Okay, that's how this product gets linked to the Mink Hair link on the front page. Attributes, there's not much to do in there. This is muy importante, very, very important. This is where I'm talking about. So say you have, let's go to your links. This is all this stuff right here. This is all of your options that you had created in your options list that I showed you before. This is all that stuff. So say we have, if I didn't have anything in here, if I had a 0 in here, if there was a 0 in this place, when someone clicked on it, they would not see 10 inches. They would see the 14 and the 16, and this is out of order. I have to add a 12 inch. Let's make this 12 inches because we don't really have the 10 inches. So you have 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. But make sure, because that drove me crazy in the beginning when I was figuring it out. I'm like, I know I added all the links. Why isn't it showing up when I'm looking for it and testing it? I didn't have anything in the quantity. There's no quantity, it's not going to show up. So I do need, since I made that little change here, I do need to save this. And then it goes back to where we were. So let's go back to our product. And we were just on links, and we were on options. You know, here's all your links, available colors. You know, right now we offer the 1B. You know, if you want to add stuff to that, there's all this stuff in here. You can add whatever you want to add. You know, this is all preloaded with your website. The origin stuff is preloaded. If you want to add other stuff, this is what we have available for Anaya Rays. The grade, you know, it is 10A, but we put that here anyway. But again, with all the options, make sure you have a quantity. And the texture, since this is a body wave product, there's only body wave, but here you can see the options for the other products. Recurring, if it's a recurring profile. The image, that's the image that you have when you go to your products. See right here? So the way you can also change that, you can also change your image if you want. You just click on it and you can either ditch it or you can upload a new one. Alrighty. Okay, so let's add, this is how you add a product. You're going to go here. We're going to call it something. Let's call it curly hair, just for no other reason, but I have curly hair on my head. And we're going to put the meta tag curly. You know what? Let's do a different. Oh no, let's do this. So because we have everything all set up. Let's do curly hair. Let's go to the data. Curly dash hair. It's going to be $50. We're just going to add a couple to that quantity. So we're going to link curly, let's link curly hair to the 10A mink hair. And then since this is we're going to say it's a weft, we're going to look for the sew-in. And we did not create a category for curly hair. So let's go back. Let's just save this right for a minute. And let's go here because you kind of have to work backwards. Let's add a category called curly hair. Right here we got it. Curly hair. Got to go through all this stuff. The parent, I think we decided, was the 10A mink hair. Oops. Oh no, I'm sorry. You would put that there if it was the parent. So that's not the parent, so you're not going to put that in there. So you don't need to do anything with that. You don't really need to do anything with design. All you need to do now is to save it. And let's go back to that product. And let's look for curly hair. See, we didn't put a picture of it, so there's no picture there. Let's click on that. And let's link it. And let's look up curly hair. Oops. All right. That isn't what I wanted it to do. So I'm looking for, oh, okay, I know. I got it. We want to go to sew-in because it has to come after that. So you have to get everything before it and then click that one. And then all right, I'm not sure. I think I need an option for this. Oh, you know what? Guess what? I'm going to go ahead and bet that I didn't put a quantity in here. Oh, I did put a quantity in here. Okay. So the links, we want that to link to, let's save that and see what happens. Let's see if we can, 10A min care. There's our curly hair. Now, it did not show up in here. It did show up here. All right, so we got our curly hair linked up. Whoops, where are we? Products. Now, we need to add some options to this curly hair. So let's go to options, and let's add, since it's 10A, let's add 10A min care lengths. And, you know, whatever other options you want, just get rid of that. If you want to add the texture, just start. Oh, wait, sorry, you have to know what your categories are called. Okay. So we have the lengths. We'll have the, oh, there we go. The origin. When you click on here, you get a few of them. So let's just do this real quick as a demonstration. So here, click on this one. Now it says option. You need to start adding some stuff. So we're going to add. Whoops. We're going to add, because like I said, it's all preloaded. So you want to change these to, change that one to 14 inches, change that one to 16 inches. Like I said, all this stuff is already loaded on your website, so you don't have to do any of that. Put a quantity in there. So now you have your lengths of your curly hair. Now to add your origins, you can click that if you want it Indian, if you want to add another one. Maybe that one's Brazilian. And then of course add your quantity. And you can save at this point, but this is where you can put your image, and you save that. And that's how you add products. So this is just a very basic way to start editing your site. It would be cool if you went through this and took a look at it and tried some stuff for yourself. When you get your email, there's also a link to written instructions on how to work these sites. So check out the written instructions, check out this video, and then if you want to get on Zoom and ask specific questions, I can walk you through there. So for now, we're going to say adios and goodbye, and I'll see you next time.